And I am just super excited to be here. Oops. So funny. They've updated. They've updated Zoom again. I'm so glad. It's great that we can update ourselves, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if only we could just push the button and go update. I mean, I'm always talking reset, reset. Okay, so I'm hitting the go live. Just give me a minute now to kind of confirm that we are on, and I'll tell you when that is. Okie dokie. And so, what time is it where you are? Just so we know.
Goodness gracious, it is 1 o'clock in the afternoon here.
It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I love it. Okay. Well, it's 9 a.m. here. So hold on 1 second. I'm just going to go put it in my group and we are good to go. I'm super excited to be interviewing my friend Marianne. I've known her for a while. So we're just about live in the group, and I really want to make sure my group gets to hear it too, because this is going to be fun. We're going to spend the next, I don't know, 30 minutes or so together talking all things gratitude. And that just makes me really happy. So let me just put this down and close this and come back to you. Yes. So it's working. Hello, hello, aloha from Maui. And it used to be that Marianne could say aloha from Big Island, but she's going to be sharing about what she's doing now, which is really exciting and inspiring and full of joyful gratitude, which is what I'm all about and why I do these. I love to talk story with other entrepreneurs. Why? Because entrepreneurs make it happen. And they're, we know how to make it happen, right? That's what we're trying to do daily and shine our light. And Marianne certainly does that. I've met her through BNI. As you all know, I talk about BNI a lot, bni.com. You should check it out. Great referral organization of other business owners and entrepreneurial minded people that are constantly wanting to learn and grow, right? And that's what I love what I do in my industry. I know that Marianne is in a similar industry, same industry of really helping and supporting others and making a difference and improving our craft and growing and being the best version of ourselves we can be and optimizing the quality of our life, because that's what I'm talking about all the time, and hoping to inspire people that have known me knew that I've kind of always been like that, a positive minded person. Joy is a choice. I was thinking this morning that, when I woke up, I put God in my mind first before the rest of the talk could come, right? And that includes really being grateful and spending my time in the morning, first thing, looking at what my thoughts are telling me, right? And those thoughts become things and words. And a lot of people know me. I found this picture this morning before and after because I have released a lot of that baggage and I'm super grateful for that. So the people that would take the time to even watch this, Marianne, are people that care about these things. And I know you do too. And we've kept in touch. Marianne just had a big life change. And so I've invited her to come on and share with you her tips and tricks for staying in gratitude, staying in grateful connection with her clients, and showing people how to do the same thing. I have been getting consistent, uh, regular postcards and messages in the mail from Marianne now for years. And it's just such a great way to stay connected. So after we're done, we'll be putting all of her information. You can stay in contact with her. I encourage you to do that. And thank you so much for listening. And thank you, Marianne, for coming on and being here. And you're going to get to be in a lot of places, and hopefully some people will connect with you. So thank you again, and come share with us what's going on.
Thank you. Thank you for the invitation to be on here with you. And thank you for all the listeners that are listening. I feel so blessed. And Janice, you are one of those individuals that every life that you touch, you bring blessing into their life. So thank you for bringing blessings into my life. And gratitude does make a huge impact in so many different aspects of our lives. There have been studies that have been done about gratitude, so there's scientific stuff behind it. I'm not a scientific person, and I'm glad that I don't need to understand the science to enjoy the benefits of what gratitude brings into our life. So something happened the other day, and I am so glad that I chose to be in gratitude during what was happening. So we moved not too long ago to Arkansas. It's a brand new place for me to be living, especially after living on the Big Island for about 30 years. That's a huge change, right? So, Big Island weather is pretty much the same all year round. It's always warm, sometimes hotter than others, but it's stays fairly even keel. Now moving to Arkansas, I'm in the Ozarks area, Northwest Arkansas. It is gorgeous. It's beautiful. We've been seeing deers, and there's a hawk that lives like in the area. And I'm thinking they're territorial or its nest is around here because I'm seeing it on a regular basis. It's gorgeous. And being in this area, there are changes in the weather, different patterns that are happening. And on Monday night, my husband had gone to do a couple errands in town when all of a sudden my phone just went off. And it was the alarms saying to take shelter because a tornado hit.
Mm.
It hit the ground. Thankfully, knowing that we are in an area where the weather can change and there could be natural disasters no matter where you live, we already had a plan of action, such as where is our safe place in the home that we live and so on. So while my husband was gone, I went and sat in the bathtub, first put on my shoes and grab our kitty cat, because if something happens, I don't want my cat to be missing, right? I want all of us to be together. So I put her in her carrier, which her carrier has extra pocket with food and all that in there in case of emergency. Be prepared. And I got pillows in the bathtub, and I'm sitting in the bathtub with Hendrix. That's her name. I know it's a female cat named Hendrix. Kids named her. She's a lovely cat. She's on my lap in her carrier, and in my mind, I'm going, I have a choice. I have a choice of what state of being I can be in this moment. Panicking is not going to help with anything. I have no control over the weather. I have no control of how fast the wind is going, how much water is coming down from the sky. That's out of my control. However, what I can control is, what am I thinking about? What am I focusing on? And I decided that while I'm there in the tub, since I had my phone, I got on an app that I have on my phone to send, like you were saying, those little notes that come in the mail. I'm just there sending notes of gratitude, thank yous to different people while sitting in the bathtub, and sirens
Amazing.
are going off, right? But by being in that state of gratitude, it helped me to raise my own vibrational energy. It helped for me to stay calm even when there was chaos happening outside.
That's
And
amazing.
that's part of the magic of gratitude, to where it changes how we are no matter what is going on around us. And something that I have noticed in my life and also with talking with other people is that when we focus on that positive energy, when we focus on what we're thankful and grateful for, we get to attract more of that. It opens our hands to being able to receive more. And if we focus on things that are of lower energy levels for our body, we attract more of those as well. Which one are we going to choose?
So true.
So let's
And
choose
I just have
gratitude.
to say, I got to say one thing, because as you were sharing that, I've been in two tornadoes,
Ooh,
one in Arkansas and one in Oklahoma. In and One when I was quite young in Arkansas, very scary, and the other one I was a young mother, and we were at the little local circus, and all of a sudden the alarms went off, and everybody ran to their cars, and I had locked the key in the car, and I couldn't get in the car. So I had to ride the tornado out with the circus people and the circus animals in this big truck. And there were elephants and monkeys and all these animals making noises and loud and things whipping around, and you couldn't see anything. And this, it was the scariest thing. And I was nursing Mark and nursing the whole time. And it was calming me down. And it was so different, but it was so chaotic and scary that kudos to you, because one, you were alone, right, but you had your Hendrix, which is great, and animals are raise our vibration, especially cats. And two, you had the mindset to correct and move in the right direction with your thinking. So, and you know why? A lot of people don't practice it every day. They practice it maybe once in a while, so they don't have that muscle there. But because of what you do, and you can share more about that, you connect the science to someone being able to, grow their business, or, just grow their life or their mindset. You practice it so much that you were able to walk your talk. And that's what I mean, is that you were able to get into it easier probably than most, because you live it daily.
I totally agree with that. To where on a daily basis, when I start my day, I do my gratitude journaling. What am I thankful and grateful for? Because the more of that you focus on, the more of that you will attract, right? And when I was looking at studies on gratitude, to where there is even study, and I wrote it down from the Wharton Healthcare Management back in 2016, their research, they nicknamed gratitude a neurochemical cocktail.
Awesome.
I was
A
like, that is cool. I like that
mocktail.
to have that
It's a
cocktail every
mocktail.
day. Mocktail. There you go. Neurochemical mocktail. And to where in there they went more in depth about the act of writing and reflecting on the positive of your aspects of life, to where it releases that dopamine in the brain. And there are also, with experiencing gratitude, you've got the dopamine and you've got the oxytocin. Those are two amazing, powerful chemicals that are released in the brain. And studies show that there's so many health benefits to that release, whether it's the stress management, the anxiety stuff, and it's all part of the science. I'm just glad that without understanding all the scientific details, I can still benefit from it by practicing gratitude on a daily basis. Who are the people that I'm thankful for in my life? And also letting them know on a daily basis, reaching out to a couple people and letting them know why I'm so thankful for them.
That's
And
awesome.
something that I learned also, to where in those studies, they were explaining that when you do that act of writing those letters of appreciation and gratitude to people, that releases those chemicals in your brain, and it boosts your immune systems, reduces stress, reduces anxiety, all that good stuff. But here's what's even better. Well, I think it's even better, is that the person that receives it, they get that same benefit,
Right.
because when they're reading those words that are uplifting, and to where you're sharing that appreciation with them, they get that chemical release in their brain as well. And because it is handwritten, or it's something that they get to hold in their hand, it's tangible, they can go back to it and get that release again.
I
And
love that.
through that practice of reaching out in gratitude to people on a regular basis, something that I was told would happen, and it's like, yeah, but then after that you experience it, and it's like, oh my gosh, it is happening, is that you start getting prompted those little nudges that say, hey, reach out to so and so, to where you start getting more people that come and that are put on your heart to reach out to. And sometimes you don't even know the actual reason why. But I've had some people that I've reached out to them with a little note where it says, this is a hug with a fold in it. and I don't even know the why I need to send that to them, but I know that there's something, they're on my heart for a reason, right? And I've gotten phone calls and messages of people where I received it at the time that I was feeling depressed. And this made my day. I had one person to where I had no idea. I reached out to her and I said, you know me, I send little notes in the mail. And when somebody's on my heart, I had to listen to that and do it. You are on my heart right now. I don't have your address. Where can I send you a little note of encouragement? Now, lo and behold, she received that note on the anniversary of her father's passing. I had no idea that her father had even passed away. So there's higher powers than we are guiding us to do something. And when we live in gratitude and practice listening to those little nudges, we get more of those, and it changes the energy that we have all around us. And it's a ripple effect to where, let's say, for example, that somebody receives a note of gratitude and they were having a bad day, to where opening and reading that note shifts their outlook onto the day.
Mm.
And because they are themselves then in a higher vibrational energy, they are talking to people that are around them in a better way than they were earlier.
It's so beautiful. And I keep coming to mind, what blesses one blesses all, or a common phrase, it's a win-win.
Mm,
So, the energy exchange is coming through your intuition. And I feel like, again, once you're practicing your gratitude so much with what you do, that does develop the intuition heart muscle. So it's like a win-win again, and it does boost your immune system, and it does help you have more mental clarity, to get to make the right choices. Because for me, it's all about making those consistent small choices throughout the day that
mm.
add up, right? It's not a quick fix. And so if you're choosing to be in gratitude, look at the ripple effects. So some people might be thinking, well, I mean, nobody writes letters anymore, and that sounds like a lot of time. And that's why I love what you do. Share, share, share. What do you do that? And how do you do that? And why is it so easy?
Well, at first, it may not feel easy because it's, oh, I'm writing a letter. I'm writing a letter to Janice. What do I write? And at first, I know that for myself, and I've seen it happening with other people as well, is that we make things so complicated instead of, well, what would you say to that person if you were looking in their eyes? Just put that down, write that down on a card and send it out. And the way that I'm able to do it so easily, number one, I do it on a daily basis.
Right.
At first, it was not so easy, but doing it on a daily basis, it is that muscle. The more you practice it, the easier it gets. And to where it's like having a conversation with a person. And then on top of that, like when I was in the bathtub using my app to send those cards, that's what I do. I have an app that people can use to do it right from their phone, or they can go on the computer to do it right from the computer, to just reach out in kindness, reach out in gratitude, and cultivate a big field of gratitude, to where then, when the wind blows, it takes some gratitude onto the next field and spread it around.
You're like a gratitude coach, which I love. I've often said that, that's what we need, more great gratitude, for sure. And I think that's awesome. And then you coach people how to work that muscle. And I love your app. It's a really great app, and she'll be sure and put that information in there so you can check it out. Anything that's going to give you the ability to practice the muscle. We all have like mindset apps and stress relieving apps and our bank app. All of that, our apps help us. And so I think it holds us accountable, gives us a simple, easy way to do things. I have uh, my my uh, my app for my system. So I love that. And I love that you can also be an entrepreneur with that, because that's always important to me, because business owners out there right now are doing what they love and they're doing everything they can to keep it going. And I believe we're coming into a very fantastic time for entrepreneurs. I encourage you, if you are an entrepreneur or want to be one, or find a way to be a gratitude coach, to share what you love, you should reach out to us, because we can help you. And I love helping people optimize the quality of their life. Why would you want to be here and not have the best, most fulfilling, fun experience? It's fun to me that Marianne is in Arkansas now. I have a lot of family and relatives in Arkansas. I love Arkansas. It's near and dear to my heart. I spent my sixth grade year in life there. It is beautiful. And I think it's awesome that you talk about what a great gratitude, grateful, full of gratitude experience being in a bathtub during a tornado is, because most people that I know, you're part of the 2%ers, right? Because most people I know would be spending a lot of time talking about how scared they were or the bad things that happen. And I think that, it's and I know when you have a fearful or traumatic experience, we store the trauma in our body and in our mind, in our heart, and our soul. And if we don't work to release the trauma, we're going to carry it, and then it's going to manifest in so many ways in our body as hair falling out, skin issues, and weight issues, and brain fog, and all kinds of stuff. So, why wouldn't you just want to feel your best and optimize and utilize and leverage something as simple as gratitude? It doesn't cost anything. So I love that. So is there anything you want to wrap up sharing with everybody? And we will for sure put your info below, but how can what would you like to invite them to do to come talk to you and learn about what being a gratitude coach is?
Sure. And also, I thought I would share about a journal that I use. It's a gratitude journal itself.
I
To where
love
it's
it.
a daily journal. What I love about this journal is that in there, there's also areas to reflect. I know it's probably hard to see on the screen, but there's areas to reflect also the vibrational energy that you have experienced to the day, to reflect what are the emotions that you experienced and where on the spectrum do they place? Because when you bring awareness to the emotions that you experience and where you have been throughout the day, then you can make those shifts to where you will notice, oh, when I do this or when I say this, this is the place that I go into. So
Right.
when you have the awareness, you can make the change. If you're not even aware of everything that fluctuates, then you're not going to make any changes.
I
Just
was
like,
just talking about this morning about this idea that your words really matter. I'm always saying, before I broke my leg, I had the mantra of I need a break. And so if you're putting your words out there in gratitude, I love that journal, by the way. I want to get one, because we want to see what, anger and fear and resentment, these are really low vibe things. And
right.
gossip and judgment, these are low vibe. So sometimes we can get caught in things that spiral out of control. So if we're writing it down, looking at our words, we're more aware. And every day I'm praying and meditating on this idea of making myself more conscious of the words that and messages that are coming up, maybe through the subconscious, that are standing in my way. And I want to break free. I want to break free. The more we can break open these illusions and become more of who we really are, the more fun it is, the more we can optimize that, the more joy we feel. And I'm all about that. So, yeah,
The
I think you should
power,
put the
yeah,
link how to get the gratitude journal too. Okay.
I sure will. And you're so right. The power of the words that we use.
Yes.
One of the things that I do, it's not a gratitude aspect, but something that I like to do is having affirmations and I am statements, part of my daily routine. One of those that I had written down and I have made a change to it now, but one of those on my top 100 of things that I want to attract into my life and things that I want to do was I am hugging a koala bear. Very simple, right? Very simple. and that was number 27 on my list. Mother's Day of 2022, my youngest gives me a little mug with a little stuffed koala bear in it. He had not seen my list. And I'm like, that's number 27 on the list. I was not specific of I want to hug a real koala bear or I am hugging a real koala bear. So there, my words attracted what I was saying and writing, and I was not specific enough.
That's what I tell people all the time. Don't say I need a break. Say I need rest, I need food, I need fun, I need travel, I need companionship, but not a break.
No, no.
I love that. I love your I am gratitude sign behind you. I need one of those. And I think that it is so empowering to use our words to support our success, our growth.
Yeah, and another sign that I have is this one right here. I raise my vibrational energy with every expression of gratitude.
I love that. It's just awesome. How fun to spend your days doing that and to be able to do it anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
Watching the trees blowing right outside the window.
So
Some
don't feel
coyote
bad and don't worry about her too much. She's going to be coming back to Hawaii a lot. She has family here still. So she's still connected.
and a wedding coming up.
Very exciting. I'm sure you'll have a lot to be grateful for.
Yes.
So this has just been really what I wanted to do, was to share this idea that when you spend your days in gratitude, right? And smiling with joy is a choice. And so we can choose to be grateful despite maybe how our numbers in our bank account look, or how maybe the progress for our healing isn't happening as fast or in the way that we thought it would happen. If we stay the course, right? I really like to walk my talk and stay the course. It doesn't mean I don't, you know, fight face my own battles here and there. We all do, but it's just we get to be better at it and more conscious. And so when you can choose to spend your days in gratitude and make money doing it, I think that's pretty cool. And helping others make a difference, living with purpose. That Japanese word, what is it? Ikiyaba, or I cannot. It's a I can't remember exactly how to say it. I don't want to say it wrong. Do you know how?
No, but I know which
Uh,
one you mean.
yeah,
Mm.
Ikiaba, I think it's something like that. But it just means living with purpose, waking up with joyful purpose. And I feel that every day. So I know you do too. And again, we met through BNI and we've stayed in connection. And we're not even in the same group. We don't financially benefit from each other, but we certainly like to support each other's entrepreneurial endeavors and sharing this great idea of gratitude and joy in the workplace too, right? It's not just meant to be after work. You're not supposed to go, be struggling 40 hours a week, barely making it work and have no time for joy. So look for solutions, guys. They're out there. And get a hold of Mary Ann because she's a wealth of information and she'd love to meet up with you, right?
I would love to connect. I would love to talk story. Let's talk story. Yep.
That's what we do. All right. Well, thank you for your time. Thanks, guys, for watching and listening. Please comment. I know some of you will be in the replay. We love likes and shares and comments because it tells us that maybe what we said was of value to you, and that's what we do. Our time is valuable, our energy and our words. We hope some of them meant something to you, and you have a great day. And Marianne, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you so much. I enjoyed
Thank
very much.
you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.